In 1974, some Chinese farmers were digging a well for their commune outside the city of Xi'an. As they dug, large pieces of terracotta, a hard-baked earthenware, began to appear. Archaeologists were eventually called to investigate the artifacts. Before long, a trench 50 feet by 200 feet had exposed over 500 life-size statues of human figures and horses. As the digging continued, the trench expanded to 700 feet by 200 feet, exposing an army of 6,000 life-size warriors, archers, charioteers, cavalry troops, and infantrymen. In 1976, archaeologists discovered a second and third trench full of figures. These held many horse chariots, cavalrymen with their horses, and foot soldiers. This terracotta army covered an area of 5 acres. All of the figures stood in rows, guarding the tomb of the Emperor of China who lived 2,200 years ago. The emperor's tomb lies nearby in a 250-foot-high mound of earth that rises from the ground. The person responsible for the buried army was Qin Shi Huang, China's first emperor. He unified a warring China and was also responsible for starting the Great Wall of China. He died at the age of 49 after an 11-year reign. In his quest for immortality and eternal glory, he wanted a terracotta army to protect him in the afterlife. Archaeologists think that the emperor forced as many as 700,000 laborers to work on his tomb. Building the monument required mountains of raw material. It took 36 years of toil to build the monument. The quality of work is as amazing as the quantity of work. Parts of the figures were formed in molds and are hollow. Other parts were molded by hand and are solid. There are at least 24 styles of facial hair, with different combinations of mustaches and chin whiskers. Most experts feel that each soldier's face is distinct because real soldiers serve as models. When it was finished, the terracotta army was painted in beautiful and bright colors. Ravaged by flood, fire, and time, the original paint was erased from statues. After many centuries, the figures are now a shadowy gray. 2 million visitors arrive yearly from all over the world to see this artistic, ancient army of statues that guard the tomb of a Chinese emperor.